Hello. Let me give it the chat a chance to catch up. Let me double check that my microphone is working. All right. Yeah, looks like it's all good. All right. So hello. It's been a little while. Last week I was sick, so I just couldn't make it to the stream. I was literally like coughing my lungs out, sneezing, had boogies all up in my nose. It was not great. But now I'm here. Everything's all set up. Everything's all ready. Let me just go ahead and fix my camera for a second like usual, and I should be all good. As far as changes, I made a little change to the chat, so let's go ahead and test that. Bam! You see it right on top of me. So now you can see all my layers and everything, so I think it should be a little more satisfying to see what I'm actually working with. I didn't realize for the longest time that you guys couldn't see my layers. I think that was just like a design decision I made early on, and now I really like regretted it. But you guys should be able to see like the text above me pretty clearly. I usually have things pretty dark with the background and overlay, so at least when I'm zoomed out like this, we should be all good as far as the view. Yeah, that's maximum. So usually this is like my default camera, or like picture size, canvas size. Let me see. Like I said, I just need to change the camera settings for a bit. Big video. I almost turned off the camera because everything looks dark. Let me pull up this. So exposure. Gonna bring that up one. So yeah, I was sick last week, so I just couldn't make it to a stream. It was just awful. Like I was like had snot all over my nose. My voice was really raspy. Like I just kept like having something in like mucus stuck all in my lining. I think it was just a cold. I think that's all it was, but it was just really annoying. And then also I was just tired because like the body aches and everything. For all I know, it could have been COVID, but it wasn't. It wasn't anything super serious. I don't think. I just didn't go out for the week, which honestly sucks because like I like going out every now and again. I don't like feeling like I'm trapped inside my house. Hold on a second. Oh, that is very, very orange. A little better there. Well, that saturation, way too high in saturation. I look like a pimple. There we go. That's a good amount of saturation. Why is my camera so low every single time? But yeah, the haircut. My hair is now a dark reddish purple. It's a little hard to see on the camera because it's not super brightly lit here. Hang on. I got a little bit more of a white light. Let me not point it directly at the camera. Can I point it like? Hang on. I just need to make sure it's stable. Stable, I said. Okay. So yeah, I made some changes to the property windows. So now the text is up here. Now you can see all my layers up there. And then I think you can also now see like all the tools and brushes that I use because that's also really important. Like the layers are definitely important, but like that stuff is really important. You usually see it whenever on my my time lapse videos. That way you can actually like see everything because there's no chat box, no camera, no nothing. I always had like a record of like what was happening as far as layers go, but still kind of crazy to me that it was hidden all this time. But we're good. Clear text works pretty great. I also have like a good size if anybody needs to like put any long messages. Hopefully none of the bots figure that out. Okay. So yeah. This is gonna be I don't actually remember. I do remember I organized all my layers, so now I have like I have all this on one layer. Let me put them away. Go away. Oh no. It's lagging. There it goes. Let's see what else do I got. The ideal POV, we kept that. Blue Steel, we got him just chilling over there. Yeah, we got some good stuff here. Let me look at it one more time. I just want to... That's so good. I think I should just like redo the entire piece so it looks like that. Hang on just a second. I want to text my hairstylist that I really had a great hair session. I like the haircut. Looks great. My hairstylist is really cool, so I like to just tell her thank you and everything for like whenever she does a great job. Which is pretty much like every time. I don't usually have too many complaints about my hair. I always get nice little compliments about it. But yeah, just a little dark. I am gonna have to dye it black because whenever I'm it's pretty much like 100% official. I bought the tickets. I have the days called off. I'm going to Guatemala in this next month. So going to my home country, see the people. Hopefully not get robbed. That would be great. I'm really thinking of going like bare bones, like literally my wallet, no cash, maybe my card, probably my card. I think that's fine. Not bringing my tablet or anything. Making sure I don't wear any like too nice of clothes, just like gym shorts and that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm getting lost. I kind of blacked out for a second. So today we're going to be doing. I think we did quick gradients last time. I think that's where we left it off. We finished the shading, got that all knocked out, and then I did some quick gradients just to leave things off. So I got a little bit of color on everything, give a little bit of glow to his eyes. Not sure if we're gonna keep it, but I think it does look kind of nice. So yeah, I think we're gonna tweak a little bit more of the gradients. Oh, that's right. We're gonna start the background today. That's good. That's fun. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's right. I had to separate all the layers and make sure everything was in a nice group. So we have copies of all the shading, and now we can like individually add a gradient map to everything. So let's see. I'm gonna go for the pauldrons next because that's the first thing that stands out to me as like not colored. Man, everything is so slow right now. Filter, map, gradient map. Oh, I fixed it also so now you can see whenever I tweak colors a little bit. You can't see whenever I'm choosing the gradient, but you can see like whenever I have to tweak each individual color, which is like the vast majority of it. So wait a second, this is not the right layer. Hold on. I was trying to grab, where's the pauldrons? Here it is. Right, there we go. Filter, map, gradient map. So this one I need to be like a good dark brown, like a reddish brown. Too red. We could probably adjust that one, but let's keep looking for a second. That's a nice like little purple. If I make it like a darker purple, that would be like perfect. I might choose that one. I think that one's probably the best. Okay, we're gonna go with that. But first, we need to make sure the purple is a better color. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you see it. It's a good dark purple. A little bit further on the blue spectrum of things. Maybe a little less saturated. I just saw plans get canceled. I'm crying. I'm literally dying inside. I think that's a good one. That's almost black, but it's actually pretty good. So here, I'm wondering if we can maybe make it a little bit more red. How's that gonna look? I don't think that changes it too much. And then what about this mid-tone? How about making you more red? Is changing it like blue do anything? No, these colors aren't really changing it too much. How about you? I think that maybe this is the color that's like the key brown. Yep. I can notice a lot more changes here. So what if you have like pull this a little closer, make it a little brighter so you can see all the embossing? Not too close, though. Just like that. And then here, make this more of a yellow, orangish color. So you get a little bit of that red in the mid tones, and then you get the like brighter yellow in the lighter tones. In the not necessarily highlights, but a little closer. How close can we get before it starts to show up? Something like that. I think that's a good one. Because it's a pretty like hard line where it's like shadow, not shadow. And I'm trying to like include a little bit of that yellow, a little bit of that purple, a little bit of that red. Just like enough of the mix of the three. That it's like a nice warm spectrum. It might be a little too warm, but we'll see how it looks like with some other colors. Like I think I could like maybe turn it down. That way it doesn't stand out too much. But we'll see. All right. I'm gonna leave it at 100 just so I see where it's going. All right, let's see. This one's a hard one. I wonder if I can like split this into two chunks. Because there's a red part and then there's a brown part. Go away. There it goes. So this is supposed to be red. Let me see. So the little bit of like gilding on here on this like scarf is supposed to be like a goldish color. So I'm just gonna put that over as an overlay on top of everything. Then I have my chatterita up. Let's go with this like soft yellow color. It's very bright, so it's probably gonna like blind us, but what just happened? Okay, grab a pencil. I think something with a little bit of texture will be good for this. I'm just gonna like drown it for a second so I can like see where I'm going. Okay, then we can grab an eraser brush and then just like trim it up. Yeah, I was wondering why nothing was happening. I don't know what's causing this app to be so laggy right now. Oh, and just to give you a warning this time, next week I'm not going to be streaming. Obviously, holidays. I'm going to be celebrating with my friends. One of their birthdays is like right about Christmas, so we're gonna all go out to eat. So this coming next Tuesday, I'm not gonna be streaming. Like I said, last week I was just sick, so I just couldn't show up because like I was not at. I had no energy. Could barely like think. I had such a bad headache. So like asking me to like also like hold up a conversation during all of that that was gonna be tough. But now I'm pretty much through it. Now I'm all good. The only issue is just now like I have a very busy schedule. Like I had to get my hair done like kind of on a whim. Like we scheduled it for another day, and then like last minute they needed to make a change because they had like a funeral come up. So we ended up just moving it up to today, and that's what's like that's why I started at 7 instead of 7:30, or sorry 6:30. Oh, I just heard my name get called out there. They're probably talking about travel plans. I don't know if I have any like real plans for what I do when I get to Guatemala. I think maybe like some basic stuff, like, you know, seeing all the shops, getting some stuff to eat, maybe seeing the mountains. We do like hiking, even though we're not particularly good at hiking. We gas out pretty quickly. I think there was just like a volcano that erupted over there, not like a serious one, like or like they, you know, like tons of people, you know, got taken up in it. As far as I'm aware, it wasn't like a super serious one. It was more just like one of the mountains just started smoking. It's a very active volcano location, which doesn't really concern me. Like the place that we're going is going to be like on the other side of the country. I didn't realize, but apparently Guatemala is like one of the biggest like Central American countries. Like I knew there was like a lot of people that I from around me that ended up like just so happened to be Guatemalan as well. But I didn't realize that was because like the country is actually like just one of the most highly populated countries in that entire region. Like it is number one, and it's not even close. Like El Salvador has like half as many people. And it was always surprising to me because like it always seemed like such a small country to me on the map. But no, it's a pretty well populated. You see them everywhere. We're everywhere. We get out there. We're tiny people, but we're out there. You might not see us because we're so short, but you'll see us. We're there. That's one of those things I definitely got. Their height. I think like average height is like 5'2" for men. Then women is like 4'9" or something. Very tiny people. There we go. A little bit of gilding. Now you have to do it for the other side. You gotta keep them separated. Is there any way to, let's see, can I put it like make it an overlay? Is that gonna, it's not too bad. It's a little too weak. Screen's good. A little too soft, or a little too strong. Soft light, interesting. Oh, hold on. What about hard light? Hello? Hello? There it goes. Hard light looks good. And what if we turn it down? How's that going to look? Now, you can keep the hard light on for a little while. Like, even down at 30%, it's still really strong. So, like, maybe like a 60% or a 40%. We're going to keep it at 100 just so I can see it whenever I'm, like, filling this in. Yeah, very excited to go maybe see some monuments. The Mayan culture is, like, really one of the like most interesting cultures that I've seen down there in like South America, Central America. The Maya, obviously I have a little bit of a bias. But yeah, like the Mayan kingdoms. Aztec is also very interesting. The Incans, all interesting. But for me, obviously, got to be have a little bias for my people. Good mix of like civilizations. They have like a very large native population, not like Guarana, but like, you know, pretty large amount of like just true native people. Like they have like several languages that aren't Spanish down there. And it's funny because like my one of my grandpas has like a very like old colonialist mind, because like he calls natives like not very proper words for it. And I was just like, wow, that's like very old school. Like what is going on here? Like I thought it would be like very understanding, because like it's a very blended culture, you know, like after generations and generations of like, you know, all the tribes and cultures being together. you know, like they're aware of each other. You know, like they live in coexistence. As far you know, as far as I'm aware, I'm not exactly sure like the exact politics of the area since I'm not local. But yeah, just hearing someone that's like so old school about it, it was just kind of like, whoa, didn't realize you had that in you. Like it was an interesting moment. Had them demons in you, dog. Like I heard the conquistadors in your voice. Grandparents, you know how they are. They're just all sweet and kind, and then all of a sudden you hear the old ways in their voice, and sometimes that's not a good old ways. It's a like, oh yikes. Let's make sure you don't say that outside the house. Kind of yikes. And then always I'm worried about the food. Like anytime I go anywhere, I visit anywhere outside of the country, outside of the state, my biggest concern is like, what is there to eat? What are we gonna eat? I'm very confident that they have great food there, but I'm a little bit worried about like whether or not my stomach's gonna be able to hold on to it. Like I'm gonna be real with you. I think I'm gonna be on the toilet for like the entire trip. Like I already don't do well with Spanish food. Like my diet's just not gonna be like adjusted to that yet. That's nothing on the quality of the food. That's just, you know, tourists. You know, like we don't really have like strong bellies unless like we build it up. We have to like take some time to build it up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like connect with a lot of family there too. Oh, you know what it is. You know what time it is. Hang on. Hang on, hold on. Let me do this. Fix that. Turn that off. Ooh. And let me move out of the way. Look at him. Look at him right there. What a disgusting little animal. Look at him eating his ice cream. Just barged his way into my room and then now he's just munching away. Disgusting. Fetid, even. Alright, let me turn that back on. There it goes. Ooh, nice, warm, pleasant orange. Alright. Oh, and then the obvious of like going to any like country that isn't America. How am I going to survive with air conditioning? That's going to be tough. That's a hard one. Me, my fans, like we're all like connected by the hip. It's gonna be tough on us. Also, I just remembered I heard that the Twitch meta has changed quite a bit since the last time I was on. It got a little crazy from what I understand, which is good. From what I heard, it's like a lot less. What is it? What it used to be was like literally like you go outside the boundaries, you get bonked on the head, and it's now it's a little bit more like, you know what? We're gonna be a lot more lax. We're not gonna bonk you on the head. And then they were like, okay, maybe we should have bonked some people on the head. We made a mistake, which I feel like it's a little cowardly, but I guess it does. It's fair. It's fair. Like, we need to go crazy for a minute there. I think I hate like a lot of the people who are like, you know, like, it was disgusting, you know, like very judgmental. That was my mom. Yeah, people get like very judgmental about it, where they're like, you know, these disgusting whores, and it's like, all right, dude, like, come on, like, relax. It's a market. Like, I try not to be like too judgmental over people who are, you know, just doing what they want and can for like money. It's like, it's not like they have like a stranglehold and, you know, like they're forcing people's money out of their wallets because they need it to survive or something. You know, like, I'm more disgusted by like people who are working in the pharmaceutical industry than, you know, do you know, like strip cams or anything like that. Like, come on. But some people were like, you know, very like, oh, this is disgusting, look what they're doing. It's like, come on, man. It's not what you're into. That's fine. You know, it makes you feel like, you know, it's harder for you to do it, you know, than it is for other people to do it. And also fine. Like, I get the frustration, but, you know, like, how you take it out on people is like, it's a very clear sign of like what you value. And sometimes it's like very gross, like how willing people are to just be super rude towards people. Like, they're not at systems, not at structures, not at like cultures. It's like they're very bad at individual people for making decisions about how they want to like present themselves. It's a little frustrating right now. Good. It was successful. You know, like, it was a dub. They got like better. We generally what I consider better rules, as long as you're not too much of a stickler for, you know, what people are wearing or how people spend their money. But better. Just wish people weren't so like, oh my gosh, like, did you see what they did? Oh my goodness, it's so disgusting. It's like, even with the rules the way they was before, it was already pretty like wacky, you know, like, it was crazy. And usually what happens is people see new rules, they test the boundaries, and then they get used to it. Like, they level off. And then, you know, there's another rule change, they do it again. Sometimes those first few like weeks are just people testing those boundaries, trying to see if they can like push it to its limits, and then, you know, either nothing happens or something happens and they realize, okay, we went too far, change of plans. Like, it's not like a crime to do what people were doing. And it's like, what do we do? Go right back to what was before because, you know, like, it worked so well before? Like, come on. It's just very silly, all of it. Okay, so I'm trying to like cut out this part because now I'm going to separate. Now that I have one for the gold, the little gilding on it, on the scarf, now I need just one last little separation between all the red parts and all the brown parts, and then we should be all good as far as the scarf. This is like the easiest way for me to do this. What just happened? Something going on? Why is it not showing up? I don't know. I'm gonna give it a second to see if maybe it like catches up or something. Let me just cut out the rest of this side. This one's even easier because it's just this little section. Merge these two. Select deselect. Okay. Now, why won't it show me why is it not covering up anything? Dude, I got no idea what's happening right now. This makes no sense. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there it goes. Select deselect. I'm kind of getting upset right now. What is happening? Map, other gradient map? I don't know. Is this gonna change the colors? What is happening? Like the layers are right there. Okay, so that works. What's going on? Oh, hold on. I think I know what's going on. I remember this part. Here you go. Hold on. Select deselect. Let's grab the layer. No, that's not. What? Oh, hold on. There it is. There it is. It was hiding off the screen for some reason because sometimes when I copy and paste, it doesn't land where it's supposed to, and it's very confusing. Okay, let's see if I can get it to fit where it needs to be. All right, here's the next one. Bop, see, exactly, right off camera, all of it. Let's see if I can just fit it here. Oh, I just realized there's one last little section. There's that little strip right next to it. I think that's it. I think right there. Merge these two while I already got it. Then I just need to cut this little section out here. This little strip. Because this is also supposed to be part of the red. Oh, wrong tool. Okay. In other news, I finished a game that I really enjoyed that I want to talk about for a second. So it is a very beautiful visual game with, of course, some of the some of the most awesome music I've heard in a long time. I was so excited for this game to come out. I was a little worried But whenever I finally got into the game, like I was just like head over heels for it. I'm so amazed that it turned out so well. The game is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. So that is basically the spiritual successor with a lot of the people that worked on the originals of Jet Set Radio, which is a game for the Xbox, I want to say. I don't know if it was just for the Xbox. I'm pretty sure it was just for the Xbox. But it was a Sega game about rollerblading back when that was like a really cool thing in the 2000s. But it was like cyberpunk, not like a hard cyberpunk, like a very just like silly, goofy cyberpunk. Where, you know, like graffiti is like banned, which I mean, it always is banned, but you know, like they had robot police, they had like flying helicopters, and you were just like, it was almost like Tony Hawk, where you're just like going around this town, just skating, grinding, doing all these cool tricks. But they had like one of the singular best soundtracks in video games. Like everybody has their like preference, but like it was just like jamming techno, hip hop, Japanese hip hop, which is like one of my first introductions to like their style of hip hop. It was so good. Like the soundtrack, I got it on my account to this day, like my Spotify. Like that every single track just bangs. It just works. It just bangs. But yeah. I was worried whenever I was going into it that like, oh, maybe it's just my memories are make me think that this game was really good, because you know, like that's how it usually goes. Like you play it back when you were young, and then you play it again, and then it's like the game's like nowhere near as good as you remember. But I was really surprised. It was so good. This like new one, it really like fixes a lot of what I was worried about, like the clunkiness of how the original games were. Like you would try to like grab an item that was over there, but because you're on rollerblades, you're constantly like going too far, you're going too fast, you know, like you're going, because the game wasn't really meant for like fine-tuned controls. Like you're not like going for like super accurate walking. It kind of reminds me of like the Grand Theft Auto games and Red Dead Redemption, where like you walk but your character keeps moving once you stop, because it tries to be like a little realistic. So it has like an animation for you to like stop, and then you're like always missing like the item by like a foot. But this game really, like, I feel like it made a lot of small changes that really helped a lot with that. I saw a lot of criticisms that really upset me, but because, you know, like I enjoyed it so much, but I think a lot of it was some of the earlier stuff that they ended up fixing way later down the line. So like I get it. It's justified in that case. 1 second. I was about to do the right thing and then I messed it up. Filter. But yeah, just want to go and give a shout out to that game, because I loved every bit of that game. I think it would only last like 20 hours to like 100% the game, 100% get all the achievements. Like it was, I blew through that game. But personally, I'm okay with that. Like $20 like was, I spent more than $20, but I got way more enjoyment out of it than like a lot of like hour-long games. Like, you know, like hours. Like, I'm not a super big, like, you know, like, I need to get exactly this amount of enjoyment or else, like, the game's not worth it. I just flat out just love the game. I'm going to make this a little bit more purple. Make it a lot lower and stronger. A little bit more purple. And then make this a little further. Try to dampen down the red. Make it like a little bit like lower just generally. Then we can have like a really like saturated red just on top of it. Just for like the glow when it's like really in the light. So make this like a very strong one. Push this up. We can maybe make it a little brighter. Try to match the other shadow color. A little bit more blue. There we go, just like that. And then try to push this red a little bit further off. Make it not too bright. Oops. There we go. Little filter mask. There you go. Just a nice little red. Red's an easy color to get down right, because the like changes between red is very noticeable. Oh. Yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I had a blast with that game. I'm so like happy I played that game. Like I was worried that like the game was just like better as a memory than it was in real life than it was playing it. But like as soon as I started playing that game, like I ran through everything. Like I could not stop myself from playing that game. It's not a perfect game, but it just made me so happy. I was having such a good time. The new art is great. The new music is great. Like every single track on there is just scratches exactly the itch I was hoping it would scratch. You know, like it gave me all those good memories of playing that old game, of the Jet Set Radio games. And then now the game's done, game's released. It's been out for like a few months now. They announced the new Jet Set Radio is going to be is in the works, like with Sega. They finally realized, like, oh, that game sold decently. I imagine that it sold decently. Like, it didn't seem like a flop or anything. I imagine it was like a relatively small team, so it didn't need to like blow the doors off. And now Sega's like, oh, I guess we should just actually do it, which is crazy because, you know, like people have been begging for a new Jet Set Radio for years because, you know, like it was a pretty well regarded video game series. Like Duo, I guess it's like two games that they had. And then now, only after they just like to release the game entirely without Sega, did they realize like, oh, I guess we should do something about that. But you know what? More Jet Set Radio, I'm not gonna complain. More music, more fun. I'm down. I'm down. You know, it's like me complaining about having too good of a thing. Let's see. So this red, I really want to dampen down how bright that red is. And then we really got to brighten up this brown too, because you cannot see it at all. I'm gonna make this more of an orangish brown. That way, like it stands out from the pauldrons. The pauldrons got more of a reddish cherry hue. This one I'm gonna keep this yellowish orangish color. Maybe even a little bit of green on it. Sorry, you heard that? That's my tablecloth that I just keep around. I wash it every now and again, like maybe once every like week or so. It's just for like small spills or little me wiping off like some smudge on my desk. Okay. But yeah, that was just a game that I had a whole lot of fun with, and I wanted to just gush about it for a second because, like, God, I it's such a fun game, and sometimes I just need a game that's like 20 hours. That's it. You know, like you're not spending hours and hours and hours. You don't have to come back to see what updates they had every couple of months. It's like I had a good experience. You know, from the moment I started to the moment I finished, got everything I could have possibly wanted done. I scratched every inch of that game, and there's more down the line. Like there's gonna be another game coming like somewhere in the next few years. Like I'm down. All right. Let's see. What if I brighten this up? Interesting. Way too much. Something like that. That's like a dark color. It's almost, but it's not like completely void of color. You don't want to like completely like get rid of all the options there too. Crap! I just realized I forgot to make it a gradient map, so I can't adjust it later. That's so irritating. If there's a way to adjust it after I do that, then it'd be fine. But I completely forgot about it. Was it this color? No, it was a different brown. I think it was something like this. This one, I think, is it. Yeah, this one feels familiar. Yeah, just dye the brown down a little bit on the saturation. Just like that. Here we go. Ooh, too saturated. Let's dye that down just a touch. But yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Show that game some love because like, I just love every inch of that game. It feels like a game where they actually had some like passion behind it. You know, like they have like I felt like the people who made that game really had a love for the style of game that they were going for. You know, like they love Jet Set Radio just as much as everybody else does. So like they really channeled everything you needed. The story was fun. It's not the like biggest, you know, like most like heartfelt game I've ever played. You know, like the story just kind of, it's there. It's fine. You know, like I bet I didn't need like a super impactful Jet Set Radio game. I just wanted a fun, silly game. Like Jet Set Radio wasn't like Red Dead Redemption where the story like stuck with me, or you know, like I almost cried whenever the ending happened and this and that. Like it's just a fun game. It's just a stupid fun game, and I like stupid fun games sometimes. Like that's good. We like stupid fun. Sometimes you just need a silly boy. That's what I mean by like the 20-hour thing. It's like sometimes you need those 20-hour games. I love RPGs. Fallout. I love the Fallout games. Skyrim, of course. Mass Effect. Love all those. But sometimes I just need a game that isn't all of my time. You know. And I imagine like it's also like I'm pretty sure a Switch game. It's a, you know, there's the Steam Deck. Those would also be great games for that platform because like they're not like I said, they're not super like serious intense games where you gotta like really think about every inch of it. They're just like dumb fun, and sometimes that's exactly what you need with like a mobile-ish type game. Sorry, 1 second. It's really dark. I'm trying to brighten things up. Wait. That's better. I'm gonna make it a little brighter on the camera. Where is it? Oh, I closed it. So let me pull up the options again. Oh, I forgot to zoom in too. That's why I look so far from the camera. Just a little zoom out. Just a little zoom out. There you go. And then let me see if I can bring up the brightness. Oh, well, I know I can. Contrast, a little bit of contrast, a little bit stronger on the contrast. Oh, hold on. What do I look like without the menu up? Because it brightens everything up. That's good. Maybe I need to get like a Ring camera or something. It's a little too dim in my room. Okay. Ooh, leaning too far back in the chair. Now it's hard to get up. 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to like get a gaming session together with my boys. Me boys, my goons. My pookies. Oh god. Mess with the camera. Alright. Bah. I got my coffee, but I also lost my big coffee cup, so now it's just a tiny one. I say it's a tiny coffee cup, but it's literally like big for like normal people. I'm just silly. I'm a silly little coffee addict. Okay. See, scarf done. I think the inner suit here needs to be done. The tie, the inner dress shirt, and then the hair. So let's close that. Close that. What are you? There's a pauldron already closed up. That's the coat. Buttons. We can probably do the buttons real quick. Filter, map, gradient map. Pop. Gonna be a light color. Always like a light, like walnut, or pearlescent color, pearl color. Let's make it a little less saturated, just like a closer to a white. That's way less saturated. I think the other color needs to be adjusted too. That way, like it shows up a little more. Just a little lighter, like that. A little lighter, a little dimmer, so it doesn't stand out too harshly. And you a little bit of the same. Yeah, I don't want it to be like super saturated and like really distracting. But it's also just the button, so it doesn't really matter. Here's the main star. Filter. Adjust. So it is a gray suit, so I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe like a greenish color. Greenish gray, and then like a little bit of that blue shadow that I got kind of working on everything. Bluish purplish shadow. Oh, my neck. Oh, my neck. Let's see. Oh, something like this looks great. Oh, that's so good, dude. Look at that. Let's try pulling it back just a bit. Made that gray stand out more. I think I'm feeling a little bit like I should probably like end early this week. Next week I'm not gonna be here. But the week after I should be good. But I don't know. I just feel like I need to. Today's I don't want to like push myself too hard. Even though it's been a little while, I do love doing this. But let's see, I like this green. What if we make it like a little bit more of like a yellowish end right there, and then this dark color, make that like more of that purple navy color that I'm looking for. Let's make it dark, and then we could just like slowly push that up. What's that look like? How are we doing? Takes a little while to update, so give it a second. Ooh, too harsh. Let's put it like halfway. What the? Who are you? I wanted to be a little more yellow on the green. A little bit more yellow. And maybe pick up the saturation just a smidge. Just a smidge. Maybe pull back this a little. I kind of want to grab like a color right here, like a good mid-tone for these two. Maybe make it a little bit more of a blue tone, so we can get a little bit more of a better transition. Make it even more blue, more dark. Man, it is really slow. I don't know what's going on. Let me try closing some stuff. One second. Nah, I can't really see anything that's going on. I think the file just might be too big. It's alright. I think maybe the only thing I can think of is that I did open Krita twice. So maybe if it's running like in the background, like some kind of like, I don't know, like exterior program. I don't know what to call it, like shell. I do have 2 snips. What if I exit? Is it still going to show correctly? Because I have 2 snips because the first one didn't open correctly. Let me see. Can you guys still see what the name of the song is? No. What in the world? Hang on. Let me close the other one and then just start snip over again. I don't know why it's being so stubborn today. There it goes. How's that? There we go. All fixed. Don't forget Twitch. The final just looks good, by the way. It's not relevant. I just felt like bringing it up. Error with the output. Oh god, the stream stopped. Hold on. Or the recording stopped. Let me double check. Make sure it didn't clip off too much. It'd be in my past streams. Properties. I don't want to open up the video, so I'm just gonna go to the properties. Properties, details, length. About an hour. So yeah, it got most of this. A good chunk of this, so I shouldn't have missed anything too much. What do I push this really far up? How's that gonna work with the shadows? It makes the suit a little bit more gray, so maybe less saturated. maybe make you a little bit more on the green end. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right tone. It's this like little tiny corner that I'm trying to just like get the right balance. What if we make this like really bright just to see where it is? What the? How did that happen? Really? Just that one color? Okay. There we go. What if, I think that pushes it away. So let's try that really bright color again. I didn't realize that this green was like the entire suit. Okay, so now we get a little bit more of a transitionary color. So I think maybe I can pick it up a little bit. Just a little bit on the saturation. There we go. I'm going to make it a little bit more blue. Just like that. That should be enough, I think. That's enough. I think that's a good tweak. There you go. Getting like a nice little warmth to the suit. A little bit of a greenish tone, a little bit of a reddish, a little bit of that purple shadow. I think that's a good little mix of colors there. Good little vibrancy. I think whenever I get to like actually like painting over everything, I think I'm going to punch up the green a little bit more, make it a little bit more harsh. That way, like you can tell like it's a more of a greenish grayish greenish grayish color. Because let me see, is it show up in the pictures? The reference, I mean? Yeah, you can tell like it's more of this warm yellowish grayish color. But I think also with like the lighting, it changes how it looks a little bit. Okay, so that's that. Let me also go and make the yellows a lot less noticeable, because I'm noticing that the scarf yellow bit is a little bit too strong. This is it. So let's see. What if we like lower to like 50? That's right. I originally did plan on making this a lot lower of a color. Let's go like 50. I think 50 is a great spot for it. Just flat 50. Hang on just a second. Just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to like line up days where like me and my friends are available so we can do some bro gaming. I don't know why I said bro gaming. We're not bros. I mean, we're good friends, just not bros. Bros. Not bros, bros. Bro. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna do the dress shirt. That should be a quick one too, because the dress shirt is just gonna be like maybe like a soft blue. We're gonna see that. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. That's the sweatshirt. That's that. I think it's right underneath this sweatshirt. So yeah, that's the one. So filter, gradient map, gradient maps. I love gradient maps so much. They're so fun. I literally don't know how to do anything but gradient maps now. Ooh, so that's a fun color. That's a fun one where it's like it's still a white, you can tell, but it's like got all these vibrant like little purples or little reddish hues. Like a pure white shirt in a colored lighting setting can really have like a lot of variety. What about this like diffused color? That's nice. That's again same thing. You get like this purple, you get this blue, you get this like yellowish a little bit, but it's still very noticeably white. You can have so much fun with what is supposed to be like just a bright white shirt, but because you're like letting lighting diffuse and play with all these colors, you can really like go crazy. This feels more like yellow. This is red, red, red. This is yellow. This is orange. This is green. That's crazy. This is like inverted colors. I think we're gonna go with this one and then just try to tweak it a little better. Ooh, this one's even better. Oh, you see that like beautiful like brown color, that beautiful like red, really just like flattens it out, makes it feel a little bit more realistic. But it's like all they did was just tweak it to like the contrasting reddish hue. So I think what I'm gonna do is really push this up, really push this white down, and then maybe change this to more of like a yellowish color. Yeah, like that. And then let's try switching this to somewhere like a little bit more on the more of a transitionary color. Oh, I'm trying to like switch things around to see if I can get it right. This one's like the perfect one for that purple. And then for the contrast, what is orange? That's going to be a blue. So let's try inverting this to like a blue. See if that helps transition a little better. We like completely like broke what this was supposed to be. I think right there is perfect for that yellow. I think this is what needs to be fixed. Make this a lot less saturated. Okay, that's like a nice yellow color. I think we need to transition into something a little bit less yellow, maybe a little bit more of a like a beige tone. Maybe even like a blue. What if we just leave it like a blue tone, like it originally was? I'm just all over the place with these colors. Just experimenting, trying to get things how I like it. There we go. Nice little blend of colors. I think contrasts them a little nicely. Hold on, just one last little tweak. I think that yellow is just a little strong on this area, so let me just eat that just a touch. Make it a little bit less saturated, just a tiny bit less saturated. Not complete blank white, but just a little bit less of that green. All right, I think that's good. Quick, easy. All right, now I think the last one I need to tweak is just the hair. I think the hair is the last little bit. That hasn't gotten gradiented. What is this? This is the yellow, right? Yeah, okay. Now the hair. Now the hair is going to be a hard one because I'm already planning on having it like very like vibrant. But I think I'm only going to be able to pull out maybe like 1 or 2 tones on the hair. So we'll see how this goes. Definitely not that. Is there like a really like pearlescent black? That's interesting. Interesting. None of these show up. What about this one? Oh, no. Sorry. I meant, what about this one? Beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. It's more so. This one you can almost excuse as a black. You like this is actually the same color I used for the dress shirt, but like it almost feels like a black. because of just like the lighting you really have a lot more flexibility with how like you express the lighting in his hair. He looks like the blue-haired guy from Game of Thrones. I forgot what his name is. Who remembers Game of Thrones at this point? Unless you're like a hot D fan. Something like this is really good. I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna like tweak it so like the colors stand out a little bit more. Why is nothing showing up? Come on. See, this is what I mean. Like, I want like a good variety of shades, kind of like it has here, but it's just like none of it showing up. So let's try going for like a blue. It's like a green blue. But like, let's push this all back, back up. But doesn't pick this up. Make sure it stays dark. Maybe not completely black though. Maybe like a vague little like purple, but make it also like not too saturated either. Just like right at the tippy top of the cone. There we go. Like right there. I think that's perfect. Okay, then we grab this. Make this a lot darker and less saturated. A little bit more of a glow. I think this should actually be more of a purple shade. Just to start things off. Kind of like bouncing off the light inside of everything. Maybe even more of a pink. Maybe like really like going up for that tones of the building bouncing off. But like trying to like dim it down so it's like you can see the glow, but it's not like super strong. Because again, it's dark hair. You're not gonna see it like super vibrant. It's not like black hair glows in the light. Unless, bah. Is he gonna let me put another color? Let's try like bright white. Is there any way to like get this to show up? Wow, like even like as close as, oh, hold on, wait a second. Oh, never mind. You have to like completely flip it in order for it to show up at all. All right. Just remove all these. Maybe make this more of like a contrasting color, like a green. Make it even darker. See if that helps like it like feel itself out. Like I was saying earlier, like the brown really like grounded it. So I think maybe putting like purple here and putting like the opposite color on the spectrum, more of a yellowish green, will really help it out. But you got to be very careful because this is supposed to be almost a black. So you start to lift it up a little bit, you really make his hair look crazy. Something like that. You can see it almost inverted itself because now it's like green here, but here now it's like glowing that like that. I think I need to go a little bit darker. I think we needed to go to the like almost pure black with the darker color, because like I try to do something interesting with the green, but like it's just making his hair look gray. So I really think we need to like punch up that black. Maybe even stronger than that. Maybe just straight black. All right, last one. I just want to experiment. What if I put like a bright color here? Will I get a third shade? Cancel. Because I just realized that didn't work. Cancel. Good. I move things around too much. All right, so this, like I said, goes back to like a very dark black. But I want to see if like me adding one more shade, making it really bright, does anything. Okay, hold on. We're cooking with something. We got a little something. Little something. Is it just like that? Like one click and then immediately it's either black or not black at all? There's not really a lot of things going on there. All right, we'll pop that out. Pop. I think right there. There we go. Everything has a quick flats. Bip, bop, bip, bop, bip, bop. A little bit warmer, a little bit more color, a little bit fuller. Why is it not letting me? It's dead. Hold on. It's not dead. It just turns itself off when it's not being used for too long. I just finished charging everything before I started, so everything's fresh on battery. Yeah, this looks great. It's got like the nice little decoration. You can tell like the little decoration on the shoulder pads has enough of a lighter color so you can tell like there's more going on here. Wow, that's crazy. I forgot I did all those details. That was definitely one of those moments where I kind of like lost my brain a little bit because I was just like, let's just keep coloring and keep coloring and keep coloring. Ooh, there's nothing wrong with just detailing and detailing and detailing. Ooh, technically there isn't, but it's all that work definitely didn't end up showing up. So I got about 1 more hour, a little bit over half an hour. 47 minutes. Yeah, 47 minutes. Sorry for the burp. Okay. And again, sorry for being so absent. Cold. Oh, Jesus. I had a cold, just was completely sick. But now I'm good. We got all the time in the world to finish this up. Definitely not going to be finished this year. I think it's going to be finished in January. We're not too far gone now, though. All right, so we're going to go ahead and blank them out of existence. It is time for the background. So let's just go ahead and... I think we're just going to refine this. We're not going to do too much. I'm going to take off the shadows too. We're just going to try to straighten all these lines, make it a little bit more clean. I don't mind it being a little rough though. Just want the lines to feel a little bit more like a straight line of a building instead of, anything else. Just some like mirage. I like the little graffiti. We're definitely going to clean it up though. I'm going to lower this too. I'm just going to keep it very free form here. Not going to get too bogged down on trying to make all the lines perfect. Do I have a guide? I don't think so. If there was a guide for what I was doing here, it's already gone. Let's see. I'm going to try to see if I can do one for this. I'm going to grab a very bright red. Grab the line pencil tool and see. Horizons here. Oh, let's focus on just one plane first. Oh, I'm trying to get it like exactly right. Okay, hold on. This is hard. I'm trying to get it to intersect here, but like, obviously be parallel to the horizon. Because that's how you do straight lines. Or sorry, that's how you do I forgot the word for camera angle. This is actually wrong. I'm already doing it wrong. I'm going to erase it because we were already a little too far into it. What in the world? Eraser and then the pencil. I don't know why it's getting so mixed up on the brushes. Oh my god. I'm mixed up on all my brushes. I'm going to cry. There we go. These I need to erase especially. grab the line tool. Here we go. Make sure I'm like actually grabbing the correct point each time. No, that was wrong. I can see it. I can see it. Here we go. That's the one. That's the one. It doesn't have to be super accurate, but at least relatively accurate. Make sure it's parallel. Just hand doing a freaking what is it called? Dynamic angle? What is it? What do you call these? I use the word all the time, but for some reason I just can't remember the name of these, like grids. It's kind of looking like a Rock Band chart. Or Guitar Hero. Your preference. Oh, hold on, I gotta do this here. For the roof. Perfect. Looks like it's already in angle, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna do a second color. I'm gonna do it on another layer just to make sure. I'm gonna soften how bright this is. Yeah, we're gonna do that like really dim, and I'll still see it. So we're I don't know, like a green. Just to make sure this line's like straight. Let's see if I can get it a little closer. Just make sure it's perpendicular to the horizon. It's perpendicular enough. And for here, same thing, same deal. I see a street lamp here, so let's try to make this perpendicular. Same here. Make this low. All right, that's about all the lines I need for a guide, just to make sure all this is straight, because there's not gonna be too much crazy stuff going on here. You know what? I just said that, but there's also, I forgot. I think I'm gonna do like little, I don't know what to call them, but they're like little stops for whenever people like crash into buildings. It's like the little yellow pylons you'll see outside of a lot of gas stations, so you don't just like drive straight into the front of a gas station. I actually can't think of a reason why they have that, other than, you know, making sure people don't just, for whatever reason, slam their car in the front of a pawn shop or pantry. Is that what people call it? I've always called it like the local one, like a pantry, like a local gas station. I think that's technically what it's called. I think that might be what a gas station is whenever it's not actually a gas station. Like it doesn't have like gas. It's just a pantry. You can't call it a gas station if there's no gas tanks up front. Like they didn't have one for the longest time. They only recently installed one like a few years ago. Anyways, I'm getting lost in such a needless point. Okay. Background. So this is all straight. Everything's worked out as far as the building. And I have everything I need to make the little pylon. What is like a yellowish color that I can put here for the little... Oh, let me look it up before I do that. Pole in front of gas station concrete. See if that pulls up exactly what I'm looking for. Bollards. Yeah, smash and grab, that's what it's for. That's exactly it. So the one I'm familiar with is usually yellow. And it looks like they're mostly metal sometimes. Oh, you can buy them at a Home Depot. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm going to do it as though it's like bright yellow. And then we can like try to tweak it according to the... Then I can round it out because it is a round little thing. This is just about getting the color that it's going to be, or the color that I need it to be, and then like I'm gonna try to like tweak it so it fits better with the lighting. Like I don't know, I just need to add like a pink to it, some kind of like color to mute it down a little bit, so it's not this extremely vibrant yellow pylon just distracting everything. I don't even know if it shows up past the character. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't even show up. That's the wrong layer. I'm trying to turn on the opacity for him. That way we can keep him like a ghost. I'm gonna do it, but I am gonna like not work on it too hard because it's not really relevant. It's not even gonna show up in the final piece. I don't want to dedicate too much time to something that doesn't even show up. Oops. Tool. Sample current layer. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna turn them off. I can't focus. So what if I like dampen it just a little? Get this like smoky color. I'm gonna grab like this here. Just paint this all that. Actually, hold on. Paint most of it that. And then I'm gonna try to keep this yellow for like the edges where it's catching light. I'm already doing way too much. I'm gonna grab this pinkish color. So see if that like helps like damp down everything. Tone it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's too strong, come on. I'm gonna grab this again. We're gonna grab this section here. This feels like a good color. Ooh, hold on. Right there, right there. That's the one. Try to like paint the entire thing this color. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. And then we can grab like a nice shade for like the shadow color. Ooh, hold on. I noticed this section's got a weird little All right, this greenish shadow color. Try to make like a little one of these, little one of those, little one of those, whatever this is, little one of those. I'm gonna grab this like right there, right there, right there. Just like a nice mix of the two. So it's not just the same shade. I'm trying to be like a lot more freeform, not being too strict on, you know, having exactly one shade that I can constantly repeat to, just like mixing things together. None of the lines need to be super sharp. This is just the background, you know, like this is supposed to be like a little messy, a little streaky. So long as you can tell like it's building, it's got things going on, and we should be good. All right. I'm gonna grab this. Are we on the right layer? Just to make sure. Yeah. Gonna push this out a little further than the rest of the building because it's like got an extended roof, catching rain when people are walking in. Oop, let me not do that because I just remembered I need to keep this darker purple. This is like a interior part of it. I think maybe what I should do is have a little bit of a brighter third color for the roof. That way, let's try to do right here, right there, brighter. Brighter, but still pretty dark because this is like interior. That's what I'm gonna do. And then try to make this almost like a ledge so you can see like you're seeing underneath it. It's like a shadow. It like scoops back in is basically what I'm trying to do. And then we can like trim off the edge of the roof to try to like cut it out. And then we can grab this darker color again, just put this under here too. This is like the shadow for underneath the roof. Oh, we should also probably right there. That way you see the underside of the roof from this side too. Patch this up so it's the same color. There we go. And then make this a little thicker so it matches the other side. or the top half. Like that. We're just like slowly making like this 3D thing. This 3D shape that I'm trying to go for. There we go. Then we could have like a bright, like shiny, like color that from the street lamps like this. Then we could have that like all on the edges. Might do that on a different layer. Let me do that on a different layer. I wasn't planning on keeping that anyways. We can use this one for like the lighting. Beep. 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 I'm gonna do this like an overlay or a color dodge. That's the one. Make it a lot lighter though. Is color dodge the right one? Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Color, hard light, overlay, screen. Screen looks good. Kind of like homogeneous, and it does only affect like the colors underneath. It doesn't just like completely cover it up. And also what I want to do is try to bring out like the shadow of this. Hold on, wait a second. I have like the planned like color, I think. Like the planned lighting. Let's pick you back up. Hello? There we go. So where is the one with like the planned quick render? There it is. Turn this off. Interesting. It's a lot darker. You can see like I got a variety of shades. Okay, so we got like a more of a purple light coming from inside. So what I might do is I'm gonna keep this up for a little bit because I want to make sure to use this because this is what I plan on for the lighting. I'm gonna do a darker shade. So we're gonna put this on a new layer. Beep. I might just use the airbrush for this. I'm gonna grab this dark greenish color that's almost black. I'm gonna like make it a multiply too. So I'm gonna make all this darker. Hang on. Let me do it like this. Let me just start over. Bit. Do this all one shade. Okay, then I'm gonna erase it so it's like more of a consistent, smooth lighting. There we go. Perfect. Love that. Then I'm also gonna just tear it off like at the top of the building. And tear it off at the bottom so it's not affecting ground. I don't think it's gonna be important if it affects the ground bed. It'll bug me. And just me. Trim that off. Okay. Then we make it a multiply. Let's try like trimming it a little closer to the building. Because I can see where it's getting too dark. There we go. Is there any way to preserve more of the color? What if we have like a color linear burn? Multiply, normal, overlay. Overlay kind of seems good. Might keep that one. So there. And then also I want to do like a little bit of a purplish light just to give it a little bit more vibrancy. So I'm going to use this airbrush again. Why is oh, this is as big as the brush can get. Oh my goodness. Hello? Oh, it's an eraser. I'm going to smooth that out. Okay. I'm going to do, let's see, what is it like? Color dodge? Color dodge works. There we go. That's nice and vibrant. But we're definitely going to tone it down. First, let's erase a good section of it. Make sure it's a little smoother. And then definitely turn this down. Like real low. There you go. Then how's that going to look with the character? Oop, wrong one. That's a real early version of him. Let's see. Maybe a softer, bluer tone. Let me filter, adjust, HSV adjustment. I want to just tweak it a little bit more towards the blue. It's more towards red, more towards blue, a little bit more saturation, a little lighter, a little bit more blue, even more blue. Hey there. Nice to see you pop in. I'm just working on this this character. Right now we are in like working on the background stage, trying to clean things up and make it a little bit more smooth. I'm also kind of playing with the light at the same time to see if I can get it to just where I'm feeling it. So you can see like there's a little bit of a blue light on him right now on this character. And I'm trying to get the background to fit with it as well. I'm just like playing around with the colors, just trying to see what I think looks nice on him. I think this is maybe where I want that. I'm just gonna press OK because I'm okay with changing the color. All right, let's see. Make this a little darker. We can probably make that real dark, just like that. Kind of punch that out. Maybe make this even lighter so it's not too strong either. Just good blend. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna turn the character back off. Pop him out of existence. He disappeared. He's never coming back. Let's see. I think I want to do the parking lot next. All right. So the car is already like a good shape, especially for something far off in the distance. So first things first, I want to grab this street lamp color. Yeah, this is part of a series of like original characters that I made for, if you've ever heard of the video game Vampire the Masquerade. I'm a big fan of the series, and I just want to make a bunch of like characters for each of the like really cool clans. So this is my like iteration of each of the clans. So this one is Zemitzi. So they're like old school Dracula type vampires that also have like bone warping abilities. So they have like a lot of like crazy stuff going on. So hold on, let me show. This is like the original like on paper like notebook sketch I did of this character, and it has like all the information about him. He's from the 1880s. He's from Italy. He's basically like a clone of Dracula. Like he was made to be like a duplicate, not as a like a equal, but more like a what am I trying to say? Like more of a trap. That way, like they had Dracula like planned on, you know, you can fight this duplicate, and you know he has a chance to escape. The real Dracula. Right now, as far as my favorites, I mean the easy answer for me is oh my goodness, Toreador, because they're like the artist vampire. So let me show you what that looks like. There's like the vampires that I like the most, and then there's like the vampires that I like to work on, like the best piece of art that I did. So let me show you. I'm gonna do this. Let's go with this one. I think this is like the most accurate one. There we go. So this is the Toreador. So this is supposed to be like the, what happened to the? Oh, I see. It's not all the way up. Hold on. Let me push this up to the top. There you go. All those lines disappeared. All right. So this is the one I did way back. This one's like 2-3 years old now. But yeah, it's the artist vampire. The way that he's written is that he's basically like obsessed with poetry and trying to find like the right words in order to get his like sire to notice him. But in the meantime, he's also like an enforcer. So he does like a lot of hits for the Camarilla. And, you know, he takes out a lot of people. He's not proud of it, but they kind of like dangle the fact that they know where his sire is. And, you know, like if he does enough work for them, then they'll tell him. So it's a really like tortured artist kind of thing. I think that's like an obvious like fun thing to do with Toreador characters that are like perfect for it. And I'm really happy with like the mood of the piece. I think the mood of the piece feels just right. I think maybe my favorite one as far as like looks, the one that I think people like the most, I would say probably Maria or Monica. Monica's her name. She is the Giovanni vampire, so this is her. People, I think, like the design. This is like the clan of the undead, so she's like kind of got like this ghost or like haunted feel, almost like a witch character kind of look to her. And I think that reads very clear. So here she's like she's a hematologist, so she studies blood, vampire, duh. So this was probably like one of the better ones as far as like presentation and like really like grabbing people's attention. Are you a graphic designer for work? I am not. I am a hospital employee. I do front desk work. This is all just my work as a hobby. Like I just do this for entertaining myself. Not that I wouldn't love to make more money off of this, but you know, art is kind of like a hard career to really make money out of because you got to like constantly push it. Let's see. Back to the background. I'm gonna pull up the background that I do for some of these characters. So let me show you what that looks like. Thank you. It's just me constantly working, trying to like improve at what I do. So let's see, video projects, Vampire the Masquerade. I probably shouldn't say my files names out loud. I'm gonna go for the most recent one. This one right here. I'm just gonna drop this in and we can take a look at it. I don't think it dropped in correctly. 1 second. There it goes. I'm gonna have to lift this one all the way up too. Up. So this is what I'm hoping for this like parking lot background. If you can see up here, as soon as I get it all the way up to the top. Okay. So this is the plan. So like you can see like there's a lot of puddles, there's a lot of water. It's gonna be reflected in the street lamp. You can kind of see some of the things that I've already gotten there in the quick little background that I did. So you got this like smoky reddish looking sky. Is it really red? Who knows? It's kind of spooky looking. I think it just looks nice. Where really I want to get this like texture for like this, like the puddles, the rough little asphalt, and there's a little bit of a range of it where it's like it's dark black in some areas. So I think first thing I need to do is add texture to the parking lot, just like some, blue, some of that like lighter gray color that adds a little bit of like a rough texture. Then I need to mark out like the black spots where the puddle, because it's gonna be like almost like night in the puddles. You can kind of see like the contrast of like how strong the puddles are. Then we could do the effect with the lighting pretty easy. That was a very fun one. And it's actually good that I have a guide for the parallel lines. Let me put that on. Like I just made like a little guide for all these parallel lines. Let me pull it up. I can't see it. There you go. This right here is going to be useful for making the street lamps, like all those beams that you can see. Hold on, I need my pencil. Beep. Right here. Then I need a good bright color. We're going to go with you. I'm going to get this. Why am I on paint? Here we go. Nope. Come on. Here we go. No, this one. Sorry. Okay, so you can see like it's straight lines from each lamp, like in the puddles. So that's going to be really useful here, where I'm going to make puddles and the light going to have to bend straight across. You can see like even here on the headlights, I already kind of got that idea out of the way. So a little bit of color underneath it. So this like yellow color. So first you do that yellowish color. I wish it was brighter. Hold on. That's not even close. Oh my goodness. There we go. Then you do the white on top of that in the middle, and it's a little bit thinner. That way you get like a little bit of that bright part and then a little bit of the aura. Because usually lights always have some kind of hue to it. So it's like, I've seen yellow street lamps, I've seen orange street lamps, I've seen blue street lamps. I don't know what the blue is for, but I've seen them. I think it has something to do with like making sure people can't use syringes, which is a little messed up, but I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the plan as far as puddles. And I think we're going to get started on that right now. Let's see. Turn this off. Oh, hold on, let me undo so like all these lines go away. There we go. Okay. So first things first, hold on. Turn off the reference. Too many layers. Okay. All this is set up. Now we can start. I'm gonna turn these back on. Beep, beep. Keep them low so I can see what I'm doing. So first thing, I'm gonna grab this this color that I have for the parking spots. I'm gonna fix this because it's not parallel to the perspective. That's what it is. I forgot the word for perspective for a minute there. I'm gonna have to erase all that. Beep, 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 beep. Try not to erase too much because I want to keep those headlamps. Okay, we can start from there. Eesh. Hold on. Can I grab this color? Right there. I think that's the color. Okay. So first, if we're gonna have to decide like this middle line, so that's gonna be here. That's good. So starting if the middle line's like here, so we're gonna have to start trying to make this in perspective. So the line would be very thin. It'd be like right there. Right there. And then let's say another line for the parking spots are gonna be like right here. Hang on. Right there. There you go. Plenty of space in between them. If you really wanted to make it like perfect perspective, then you would also make like the lines like real skinny up top and then like real fat as it goes closer to the camera. But they're far enough away that you won't really have to notice. I'm also going to add more trees back here because I think some of it got erased way early into the drawing part. So let me just add some more trees. Do I have them as like fully designed out trees, or what do I have in the... Okay, so yeah, you can see like I got a little bit of like scoops here and there. That way like one tree's tall, one tree's short, you know, just a little bit of scoop here and there. So let's try to roughen this up. Try not to make it like too obvious a pattern too. Like break it up a little bit. But it's also like pitch black because like this is supposed to be like maybe they're buildings, maybe they're trees, but whatever it is, it's way too far in the back. You're not gonna be able to escape this guy because he's gonna get you. He's a vampire. And vampires are evil. I don't sound threatening at all. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to make him sound scary, but like I can't do it. I mean, granted, like this character would be terrible if he was real. This guy is like you know, like this character specifically. Let me pull out my vampire. So this character specifically is the sheriff, or the hound for a sheriff. So he's basically like a deputy for the sheriff of the fictional district I have in my head. I haven't named it. But yeah, he's the hound. So his responsibility is basically capturing the people who break the masquerade or are like getting too close to breaking the masquerade. So humans that get close, that are investigating all the vampires, like journalists who are trying to figure out like the secrets, or like very young vampires who are like breaking the rules and don't even realize it. So his job is to get rid of them, disappear them. And that usually comes in the form of trapping them in a cage, torturing them, and then eating them. Or, well, draining their blood, but usually he just eats them. No, he just drains their blood and then just, you know, gets rid of the body. That's his job. So he has his whole thing is that he's very kind and humble in his personality. Like he comes off as just like a very nice neighbor, like very unpresumptive, you know, like a little weird, you know, like sometimes he'll get a little bit close to your door or he'll peek into your room. And when, you know, being a little bit of like a nosy neighbor, I mean, he tries not to like go so far as to like get himself banned from a building, like just like a little creepy, a little off-putting, but you know, like you think maybe there's just something either wrong with him, not serious or wrong with him, like, you know, like he's not you wouldn't think he's a murderer. You would just think he's a nosy neighbor who, you know, like maybe leaves you gifts like every now and again, maybe makes you food that you never touch because, you know, you don't generally trust food around from people you don't know. But yeah, that's kind of like the little space he occupies in people's heads as far as like real life. That's all he is, just a nice, very unpresumptive person. Nothing could possibly be wrong. You know, like the classic, oh, I never could have thought he would have done anything like that. That's, you know, like he just seems like such a nice guy. That's exactly what he tries to take advantage of. I'm going to go for like this blood red and just fill it up in the sky. We can work on the like clouds later. I'm going to do a little bit of purple too, break it up. This is Krita. So Krita is a free open-based software for art that's very similar to Photoshop. So like kind of like GIMP is like open software. GIMP, on the other hand, has like a very hard time doing all the things that a Photoshop would. Krita actually, I think, gets very close to like being competitive with Photoshop. Obviously, Photoshop, you have to pay like $60 a month, or sorry, $60 every few months. It's a very expensive tool. That's all I know. This is free. Dude, when I'm impressed by your skill and credit, thank you. Yeah, Krita's really helped a lot. I really appreciate all its tools. So like I said, it's free, but I have donated it. I've like sent money to Krita because it's just like it's such good software for what it is. It's like I wish. Well, I don't wish it was expensive. You know, like I don't want to do a monthly thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't use this app to begin with. But you know, like I wouldn't even mind if it was like $10, $30 just to start using the app, kind of like Procreate. Like if it's just a one-time payment, I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's whenever they start to switch over to the subscription model that I start to get like really annoyed with the software. Because you know, I feel like it really forces you to like have to use it and like make the most of it. Why is this color not picking up? Why is it not doing anything? Is this a multiply? What's going on? Hang on a second, I'm having a little trouble here. How do graphic designers make money? That's for them for you to ask them. So from what I can imagine, they get like what they would usually happen is they get hired for projects or they work on some stuff on their own time to make stuff for like commercial products. I have seen a few artists that do like logos for companies. They do it for like local places. Like I've seen them do it for like construction companies. And they get like a big like base of work from that. So usually they'll do a commission where someone hires them to make a logo. They'll spend a few weeks doing that logo, and then they'll like keep that in their portfolio. And then either they get hired to a bigger team, like I don't know, like Epic Games hires graphic designers. You know, game studios hire graphic designers. And then they use those tools with that. They use those things that they learned teaching other people. Why is this doing this? Is this the same color? Sorry, I'm getting really confused because I'm using like an almost black color, but for some reason it's showing up as like a bright purple. It's really confusing. So sorry. Once they build up like a little base of work that they've done for like other companies and logos, so they can use that in their portfolio to then get hired on to like a bigger company, and then they just make money from that bigger company, like an Epic Games or something like that. That's what I imagine is the process. That portfolio is like the most important part too. Like really being able to show off your work and how it can be applied to different like areas, like you know, having like a wide variety of not just like construction logos, obviously, like doing logos for this, you know, doing a website design for that, so you can like show how you can do like the page of a website, or you can like do mock-ups of somebody else's codes, or like designing, I don't know, characters for somebody. I can't really think of a situation for that. Yes, this is more just my hobby. Like I would like to do something that involves my art, but I can't really see myself doing anything for like a huge company unless it was like, I don't know, like concept art for like some kind of like project. I can see myself doing that. That stuff I think would be really sick. But that's just me. I still haven't like figured out like how much I want to balance, like how much of this is work, how much of this is just something I do for myself. Like I think the dream spot is like that, you know, like being like a commission based artist where people ask you to do a drawing for them in your style. Like that stuff I think is like very like flexible, very easy to do, and like you still preserve like a lot of your own like what is it, creative freedom in that. Thank you. You know, it's just like a hope, a dream, if anything. Maybe one day I'll get popular. Maybe I won't. My focus on right now is just like making sure that I'm happy with what I do. Maybe it's not going to make me $1 million, but that's fine. All right. I did a little bit more of the sky. We're going to fix it up more later, but right now I'm going to just do the the like parking lot. Try to get these like parking lines. Make sure they're parallel with the horizon. And this is one where you're probably gonna have to like account for like them getting like larger as they get closer to the camera. Because these are like bright and noticeable from afar. I'm gonna have to fix this a little bit. So art for me has always been just like something I enjoyed doing myself. Like it's just like I love the like slow honing of something where I'm like I have an idea. I'm gonna like start like just like slowly building until like finally I get somewhere where I'm happy. That's like just such a satisfying process for me. Otherwise I do really enjoy like seeing other people enjoy my work. So like that's why I have a stream. It's like I love when people can enjoy like what I do and like see my work and just like, you know, like it's a little what's it called, like narcissism where like I love just like people being able to like see it and talk about how much they like it. You know, like it's also just like I like sharing. I like hearing that people enjoy what I do. It's like a narcissism, but like a good narcissism, I think. It's not like I'm trying to like I want to take advantage of people or anything. It's like I literally just like I like just making things that people enjoy. It just feels good knowing that like my art is appreciated. No, you're fine. Like these are fun questions. I'll let you know if I get annoyed, but otherwise I'm doing good. Plus I'm on stream, so like that's what I'm here for. Chat with people, just hang out. So long as like my answers are, you know, answering what you're asking, I don't mind sharing. Like a lot of people, I've noticed, like especially like in the art community, there's a lot of people who are like really nervous about sharing their art, and then you know, like they like to hide it from people or they don't like sharing it. I have never really had that issue. That's what I mean by it being a little narcissistic, where it's like I like sharing my art. It's fun. It's cool. I like when people enjoy it. Like whenever like people would like look over my shoulder when I was drawing in my sketchbook growing up, like I always like sharing. Like I did not mind people looking at my stuff at all. That's what it's there for. That's the point. These lines are such a mess. But it's okay. Whoa. I thought that was a straight line tool. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the meta right now. And I honestly don't mind it at all. Like, it's fine. I think everybody has their like wing, like their like thing that they like to do. I think if anything, it's more like I have like a thing against it for me where it's like it's awkward for me to draw any kind of nudity. Like I've done like artistic nudity before, and it always like there's like a ghost in the back of my head that's like, what do you think you're doing? But yeah, it's fun. So part of me wonders what. Yes, that is where a lot of money is. Like I am very familiar that a lot of people make a lot of good money with non-safe for work art, and that's fine. I think it's, you know, like they're individual grinds. Like everybody has their like thing. I don't like shaming people for what they do. Like I think it's good. Like there is part of it that's like it sucks that like more like normal art, I guess you could say, isn't appreciated as much. But like I don't think it's the fault of the people who make the art. Like I think people doing what they need to do in order to make a living. That's fine. That's good. It doesn't devalue my art at all, just by like another person doing the art that they enjoy. Exactly, supply and demand. you know, within reason, you know, like make sure, you know, everybody's consenting within it, and, you know, hopefully you're not doing something that would be illegal otherwise, you know, like, you know, lollies. Let's relax. Let's calm down. I get that it's just art, but also, you know, like have some sanctity for the laws within our countries. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna say it should be illegal, but it is for sure like a very not great sign. It's not a good thing. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off these lines so I can see how I'm doing, because I honestly I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Let's see, where is it? Wait, what is this? Okay, this one and that one. Yeah, that's a great parking lot. That's looking great. I am starting to realize that I forgot to do the texture of the parking lot, so that needs to get fixed. I need to do that immediately because it's gonna have to show up. So first, let's grab this color, this darker color. I'm wondering, can I just select by color? Let me just like grab this magic wand. Oh, hold on. Sometimes the mouse glitches out a little bit. There it goes. Let's see. Threshold. Let's make it more of like a 5, or let's do like a 3. Let's deselect, edit, or no, select, deselect. There we go. That's a little bit closer to where I want it to be. And this section 2. Nope. I need it to be add. There we go. Now I got these 2 sections. All right. So I'm gonna do another layer on top. We're gonna call this like the asphalt layer. So I'm gonna scramble it a little bit with a lighter color. So let's grab this color, pull up the advanced color selector, bring up that brightness a little bit more of that saturation. Why is it red for whatever reason? Should be like this blue. Whoa. Too far. Blue, green. Let's do like that. And then I'm just gonna try to cause some like chaos. Yeah, like just like that. I'm gonna try to be a little lighter though, because I think this color's a little too strong. Let's do like a half opacity, see if that mixes it better. There we go. I'm gonna grab this color, bip, undo all that, bip, turn it back to 100%. So now we have a better color that's like a mix of the two. That didn't work at all, but that's fine. I got a plan. Just trust in the process. I'm just slapping it around, just trying to get some texture everywhere. Let's go for essential textures, and let's just use an eraser. Just go like crazy with like adding texture. This part doesn't matter. We just need noise basically. Some noise, some splatters. Just going crazy here. See, because it's like a road texture, so it's okay if this is like really crazy. Really appreciate the conversation though. Hope you have a good one, man. Maybe catch my other streams in the coming weeks. Probably not next week, but you know, just look at my schedule down there. And have a good one. There we go, a little bit of texture here and there. I'm gonna do a little bit more specks. Is that like a pebble texture? Let me see. That's like good for like crevices. I'm trying to look for like more of a pebble though. Maybe it's in nature, plants and stones. Perfect, plants and stones. Let's try like this texture. Yeah, let's try to make it a little bit more sporadic though. Or maybe something like this where it's a little bit more... not quite. Maybe like this. Just like a nice like rock texture. And then see if we can like erase it to make it blend a little better. Is it cheating to use rocks? Maybe. I'm okay with it. A little bit of good cheating, if you ask me. And try to dial it back. A little bit darker towards as it goes further along. It should be very light, anyways. Try to make it a little bit more of a gradient, basically. Like that. Perfect. I think that we're good there. Ooh, my neck. Then we can like lower the opacity generally. There we go. Like a nice little rough texture. I'm going to do one last little color. I'm going to make it even brighter. We're going to go for more of a gray though. So lighter, less saturation. Oh, sorry. I can't do two at once. I got to do it like this. Select it on the triangle. That lighter? It's not light enough. A little bit lighter, a little bit lighter. There we go. That's the one. I'm actually going to turn it up too on the scale so it's a little bit more green, a little closer to the warm end of the spectrum. There we go, a little bit lighter. But I'm going to only keep it to like this section here, this like top section. I'm going to grab the textures again. There was that one brush that I think had a really good texture. This one right here. I'm going to make this an eraser, and then we're going to just cut in between it. Cut some sections out, basically. Just make like little divisions within it. Try to get more of like the like shadows between stones. Trying to get it like real everywhere. Trying to get it everywhere without just like completely like removing everything. Maybe that's what I should have done. Hold on, let me undo like a couple of these. Hold on, too far. A little bit higher. 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 There we go. That's when it first appears. So I'm going to try to do this like strips. Hold on. Real light on the pen. Just like straight. Perfect. That's nice. Then we're going to do like another pass through, just making it darker. Darker. Just try to blend it in. Like the further it goes out, the darker it becomes, the more it gets lost. Here we go. Just a little bit of texture. I'm going to do another pass through, just like here. Make sure it's not too much. There we go. Just like that. And then I'm also going to just like generally bring it down. Just real light on texture. I'm also going to go add maybe some of the sponge texture here. I'm going to see if I can add a little bit of this here. A little bit of smudginess, a little smokiness to everything. A little bit of noise to everything. Basically is what I'm going for. I'm going to grab this like darker color we had originally right here. Real light, real light. Just adding a bunch of noise so it's not like completely smooth ground. Or we're going to deselect. There we go. It's a little bit interesting, a little bit more dynamic to it. Ooh. And this is still only a background, so we don't need it to be like super like realistic or anything like that. I'm probably gonna blend a lot of it together anyways. I think one other thing I want to do is maybe add like a little bit of. I'm gonna select reselect. I'm gonna go back to like the dark color. Let's see, probably like this right here. I'm gonna do like a little gradient just to smooth everything out. I'm gonna do it on top of everything. Oh, that's an eraser. Is it an eraser? Why is it not working? Hello? Why is it not doing anything? Normal, opacity's there. This is weird. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe like this brush? Dude, I don't know what's going on. Why is it not letting me do anything? Maybe it needs to be a multiply. And make it a gradient. No, it's not letting me do anything. I have no idea what's going on. Oh my goodness. I'm getting annoyed. It's just not letting me do any gradients. Why is it not working? Select, deselect. Nope, it's just not showing up at all. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. Select, reselect. Okay, so it works with the brush. But for some reason, it's just not filling in the gradient at all. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so we're gonna do it the hard way. I don't know why it's not working, but now I just covered everything like that. We're gonna multiply it so we can make everything darker and potentially become black even. And we're gonna erase it. It sucks because I don't have like an eraser, a paintbrush big enough to like do what I needed to do. So I had to just like really try to get it right here. All right, select, deselect. Okay. I'm gonna just, maybe I should merge that. Okay. I'm gonna, let's see. Whoa, what, I don't know what just happened there. Oh, it's already 9. Hang on, let me, can I just grab it like this? Oh, that works. Nope. Nope. There we go. And then this one. Nope, that one too. This too. That too. 2. Okay, that's enough. Select, deselect. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. Ooh, this is a little way harder than it should be. I think it's because I'm doing things out of order and it's making like me have to do like a bunch of other stuff to try to like make up for it. I think me trying to do this all on one layer is like really making things tough. All right, so I'm gonna do another layer. This is gonna be puddles. Ooh, hold on. Before I do that, sorry. I'm gonna do like some puddles just to get started. Oh, that's right. This is only half opacity. Okay, just to get that started. I also need to do the rest of the parking lot line. So let me grab some of these green over here, right there. Ooh, let me also pull up the guideline so that helps. There we go. Make this brush definitely a lot smaller. Yeah, that's good. That's good size. There we go. Turn off the guidelines. Nice. All working out there. All right, I need to fill this back in so we can push the car back in front of the lines. Just like that. Nothing too complex. Add a little bit, maybe like under the wheel. You can tell like there's an under bit of the car. This isn't super refined because like this is a super far off distance, so you wouldn't even like notice most of these details, but just enough that there's like separation between the layers. Kind of like more implying the car shape. I'm gonna actually make this wheel like way lower. It's going over the line. Literally. Make like a thin little line. There we go. A little bit of the other side of the car wheel. Make this a little deeper. Yeah, that reaches further. Little line here. Try to get this like that. Just trying to get this all the shapes that I want right. Just all the implicated lines correct. Some parts where like it's reflecting directly off the car. Too small. Is it a mess? Yes. But is it my mess? Yes. Also. There we go. It's looking like a proper car from a distance if you don't look too hard at it. I'm gonna put some black in here too. Add some more dark areas inside the car to make it look a little bit more shadowy and scary. You don't know what's in the car. Add some little holes for the tires or the wheels. How's that looking from afar? That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna use this color. Let's see. I'm also going to need to do this here too. Well, I don't need to because this part's actually almost completely hidden by the character. Hold on, I got something for this. Spray. Psh, perfect. Perfect. See if I can get it smaller. See if I can like really fine tune this. Just get it exactly where I need it to be. I really should have done all this in a different layer with all the lighting. I'm gonna do this on another layer. So that way I can just spray it, damper it down, and then like clear up like the holes or refine the shape basically. Most used. Use this as an eraser, and we can sharpen up the shape of the light. Just like that. Kind of sharpen it from here. And we can also just damper it down. Or what would be better actually is using this as an eraser so we can dye it down a little bit more subtly as it goes further out. Just like that. That's the goal. Ooh. All right. Bam. Black spots. Just gonna grab just straight black. Not gonna think too hard about it. I'm actually gonna even go like here too. It's gonna be like the water spots, like it just leaking off the side of the building. Gonna like the little lighting to really push it out too, or make it like more noticeable. Why does it look like that? Oh, this is below everything, so let me put it above everything. There we go. That way it gets above all the other textures. You can put like another one right here. Just trying to make it look like just like the puddles are all over the place, like it rained. It had previously rained. I'm losing my knowledge of words. This is not great. It had ran. One second. Rain. Past. Oh, rain. Oh my god. Past tense. Rained. It had rained earlier. It rained earlier. Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna pull up the reference in just a second to see how we're doing. This is at the very top. Fit. Okay, so yeah, I can probably like cut through the patch a little bit more. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this group. Hold on, which one is it? Is it this one? Nope. You? Oh, they're on 2 layers. Why are they on 2 layers? Who did that? Who did that? I'm on the wrong layer. Hang on a second. Let me zoom down. Okay, this is on 1 layer. What are you? You're on a different layer. Where's this? What layer is this? What layer is that? What layer is that? Show me. Oh, that was originally the lighting layer. So I think I can cut that out pretty easy, actually. Because it's only affecting this area here. So, dip, 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 dip. I'm going to cut around the lamp. I don't know if that's even part of the same layer. But we're going to treat it like it is. Control X, Control V. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong layer. Oh my goodness. Control X, Control V onto its own layer. We're going to pick these 2 up. Merge these. Wham, bam. Select, deselect. All the puddles on 1 layer now. There we go. All is right in the world. All right. So before I start like trying to transition it to make it look a little better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 2 lights and try to like hit those exactly where it needs to be. So let me pull up the guide, and we're going to do just a vertical guide, I think, if that's all right. If that's going to work. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to make it a group. Get out the board. Put another layer on top of this. We're going to first grab the green color. Oh, hold on. All visible layers. This green color. There we go. Right there. Going to get a straight line tool. And we're just going to go straight from the light, then down. To make it parallel to all the other lines that you see there. We're also going to make it a pass-through, so it only affects the... I forgot the words that I'm trying to say. It only affects the puddles. Sorry. Completely lost what I was saying. Come on, just like, really? It's just, there we go. Then we're also going to grab forgot the words. Headlights of the car. I'm going to put like a rosier orange color as like the ring around it. Hold on, I need to do this on the quick background. Just like that. Make it smaller and try to make it a little better. Just like that, right there. Then we're going to go back to this puddle layer. Just like that. Then we're going to make it straight. Going to start with that as the initial light. There we go, perfect. Oh, hold on a little longer. They're not perfect, actually. Sorry. Parallel to the lines above, right next to it. Same right here. Make this parallel. Not perfect parallel, but they're pretty close. There we go. Then we're going to do the other color, which is... actually, hold on. Let me just grab one more, then we're done. Is it the right layer? Where are we? Yeah, okay. There we go. All right, and then we grab the other color. So this is going to be this here. I'm going to make sure the brush is smaller. Then we're going to repeat the same lines. Just go right across the same lines. Just right down the middle. I'm wondering... No. Let's not get too complex. I was about to add like a lot more difficulty. Yeah, that need to be smaller. Let's go like 10. And the same for this line. Okay, grab this line. Make it a little bit thicker because it only needs to be in the middle of this thing. All right. Oop. Thought it was the line tool. right, try to get it as close as I can, just straight down the middle. Same here. Right there. Okay. I'm also gonna make this a little brighter here because you can barely tell that how bright the light is on this lamp. This one's behind the character, so it doesn't really matter, but it matters to me. How did I do it for the background? Yeah, they're just like, they dissipate off. So let's see back here. I don't know why I decided to leave the reference up. There we go. I'm gonna just take this black and just try to like dissipate it a little bit. Make it like fade into like the background a little. All right, and there are these perfect lines in the puddles. Just about. I think I like do a little bit of scattering, but that's fine. Hang on a second. One of the IEMs was like wiggling out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this little, I need like a dirty spray. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna put it behind the layer. That way it doesn't like cover it up. Because I'm trying to leave that white part pure, but I also want to make these a little wider. Hang on, this will work better as a line. Make sure it stays consistent. There we go, give it like a little haze and looseness to it. Same with here. Oh, whoa, 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 way smaller. And also needs to be a line tool. What if I just do it in between both of these? Will that just help it? And then just try to like erase the little thing in between. Too far to the left. It's right in between. Perfect. All right, then let's see if I can make it like a little division between the two. Bigger. It's not an eraser. It's also not at full opacity. There we go. I'm also gonna just like trim it off on this side. I don't think that did it. It's not reaching far enough. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. There we go. Same on this side, but not as much. Okay, that should be good. Oh, goodness. Oh, oh. All right, and then the only other step is I'm gonna make a duplicate of these two. What just happened? Yeah, hold on. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Duplicate it. Merge. Turn this one off. Then this is just gonna be a copy, so then if I ruin it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smudge it. So just a little bit though. So it's, oh, this one here. Try to make a little bit more chaos to the puddles. Yeah, that's the one. Not too much though, just like a little bit. Is there like a strength? You'll see it come together. Give me a second. Let me cook. Okay. There's a lot of chaos there. So let's push this on top. So this is the merge, like messy one here. And then I'm gonna lower the opacity just a smidgen. Okay, well, actually let's bring it up a little bit more than that. And then I'm gonna like try to erase it here and there, see if we can like find a good in between these two. I'm gonna use the chalk brush. Where's that? All right, and then we're just gonna like try to like just really like dampen it down. Try to keep it within like a certain area so they don't spread too far, don't mess everything up. Just add a little bit of chaos and messiness to it, to the streaks. Because you don't want it to be too regular, too normal. You just want like a good little bit of chaos to it. Let it feel a little natural. Because, you know, water shouldn't be smooth. It should be like a little messy, especially when it's like uneven and on like concrete. Like there should be a little chaos to all these little streaks. Okay. Then I think overall, what if we like lower the opacity? What is that going to do? Interesting. Oh, hold on. It's on the wrong layer. Or wrong type of blending mode. And what does this look like with the character? Hold on, just to make sure we're not doing anything too crazy. Okay, so you mostly notice it from the car, which is good. That's actually pretty good. Definitely going to take some tweaking and tuning, but I like the way it looks so far. So let's see. Let's bring up the reference from the background. Okay, looking good. I think the only other thing it needs to like fade a little bit more, so. I'm gonna do a duplicate of the puddles. See what just happened. Okay, Control C, Control V. I'm gonna turn this one off, and then we're gonna like adjust it so it like all fits together. What's going on? Why can't I see anything now? Hang on 1 second while I get this figured out. Okay, I see what the issue was. I accidentally took it out of the group. All right, so turn this one off. Here we go. So now I just want to like make sure the puddles aren't too much. So first, definitely trim that off, so it's like smooth with the building. I'm gonna actually use a straight line tool for that. And where's the little perspective guides? Here. Just gonna follow this along, trim that. There you go. That's good. Okay, so then we're gonna fade the puddle here and there. I'm gonna use actually the soft brush. This one should be not a line tool. Because puddles are like completely straight things. They like fade in and out. And there's like parts where like the concrete comes back up. So it shouldn't be perfect. And especially when it comes to like the parking lines, like I want to make sure like you can still see them a little bit. Get it like a good like idea of them. Like really just like pull back on like how like bright these like lines are, because they're an interesting effect, but you don't want to overdo them that they're like distracting. Oh, I just realized. Hold on, let's go all the way back. I think right there. I just realized, have this on, we can just make this an erase tool. So hold on, erase layer. Just throw that away entirely. Bit. Make this layer an erase. There we go. Now we got everything we need. Non-destructive editing. We love it. Folks, we love to see some non-destructive editing. Right there. What in the world? What is happening? I've got no idea what's going on. It's not letting me grab the color. I don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm just like tired or something, but for some reason, none of these tools that I usually use are like working anywhere near. Like, what is this? What is this? What is happening here? It's not like working at all like how it's supposed to. It's just an airbrush. Like, why is it not accepting the same color that I'm picking right here? Simple current layer. Update color? I don't know. I don't. Okay, now it's working. I think. Oh my goodness. I was about to get really upset there. Okay. Now we can turn all of these back on. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the reference. I think we got pretty much everything we needed from there. I think the yellow is, all the lines that I wanted to stand out are standing out. I think the only other thing is maybe I need to fix the color of the parking lot lines, the parking lines. I don't know what to call it. Just to make sure they stand out a little bit better. Where is that? Sorry, I'm trying to turn off the guidelines. Where are they? There you go. So let me just grab this color. That's not the color. I'm not on the right layer. There we go. And then just brighten it up a little bit. So just a little bit. And then I'm going to grab like the pencil. Keep it light. Why is it transparent? I'm gonna not think about it too hard. Let's see, can I select by here? Here we go. Maybe I can just airspray it. I'm gonna do it on another layer just so I can like really fine tune it. All right, select deselect. Okay. Okay. Oop. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. We added a little bit more to the background. We've finished doing the rest of the gradient mapping. I'm sorry it was a little bit of a short one. I just had a pretty busy day, but hopefully we'll get all that figured out. Next Tuesday I won't be here, but I should be here. Let me see. Let's just make sure. I don't know why I pulled up maps of all things. So next Tuesday, it should be the Tuesday after. I don't have any plans. I should be going out, but I do that every once every month, and usually I end up making it on time anyways. I just end up being very tired. But next week, no. But the week after that, Tuesday, should be all good. I'm gonna go ahead and save and leave it at that. It's been a good time. Let me go ahead and do the wrap up. So this stream, we managed to do a lot of the background, We managed to clean up the background quite a bit and finish up the gradient maps. We still have some more work to do. Just realized something. Hang on just a second. Just a second. What's going on here? Why is this red? Oh, this is the temporary one. That's right. Hang on. Let me make sure I get the actual final up. That's the real one. Okay, that makes no changes. Good. All right, so this is what we got so far. We're gonna have to work on it, make some more tweaks, refine it a bit. But this is a good quick color, so I can get a sense for how I want to do the background. I think the only thing I need to change about the background is maybe I don't really know if I like the colors of street lamps, and I think I just need to separate these into layers because I think I made a mistake by trying to make this all on one layer because now I'm having like a little bit of trouble keeping things separate, keeping things clean. I think it's really starting to show up at this point and at this stage. But otherwise, that's going to be the next stream. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more organized. I'm going to try to do a little bit more planning in the 2 weeks gap that I'm going to have. Get all the layers named, merge what needs to be merged, moved whatever needs to be moved. But overall, this isn't a bad start. I think we really got a lot done this week. So make sure to catch me. I'm streaming every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then check out my all of my social media sites. So I have Instagram. Instagram is where I'm most up to date. So if you want to see any kind of updates about the art that I'm posting, any of the art that I'm working on that's not on stream, or if you just want to see updates about my general life, I'm going to be going to Guatemala. I'm probably going to be posting some some photos that I take there. So keep up to date with me over there. Give me a like, give me a follow, just anything that really helps push me out there. I just appreciate any kind of time and effort that people put into seeing my art. I discussed it earlier with the other viewer, Dawson. I just really like to share, and whenever I see that somebody likes what I do, it really helps me feel like I'm being appreciated. I like that feeling of people enjoying what I do and not just me. I'll do it if I'm enjoying it, no matter what. But I also like when people enjoy it too. It's just I like when other people can share in the enjoying the art. But Instagram, I also have a DeviantArt if you want to see some of my older stuff or some of the stuff that I can't post to Instagram because I just don't think it's good enough, or I just don't think it's the right format. Almost everything goes to DeviantArt eventually. I've been on there for a couple years. I'm pretty active on there, so you can just check out a lot of my old stuff there too. I've been posting on there since middle school, so if you want to see some of the embarrassing middle school art, go ahead and check it out there. Make sure to check out my YouTube channels. So I have two of them. I have a full stream archive, so that's just the full stream archived into channels archived onto YouTube because Twitch only keeps it for a few days. Go ahead and check it out on YouTube if you want to see catch up that way if you miss a stream, or if you want, I also have a time-lapse channel. So that's all the happenings of a single stream made into 5-minute more digestible chunks. Sometimes it's less than 5 minutes, sometimes it's more than 5 minutes, give or take. And then what I like to do is whenever I'm finished with the piece is I do what is called a supercut. So a supercut is all the streams of a piece, all the time lapses just stacked together and made into a more efficient, maybe 12 to 15 minute video, and those are really satisfying because you get to see the very, very start of the piece, all the very first few drafts, all the way to the very end of the piece with the final touches, the final adjustments, all that. It's really cool to just see everything build together in one long process. Makes it seem like I did it in one sitting, and it almost looks like I know what I'm doing, which is very very satisfying for me. So feel free to check that out once that is released. You can see some of the other artwork that I've done. Just, subscribe to what you like, follow what you like, just whatever feels better for you. Aside from that, YouTube, if you would like me to work on a commission for you, I have my commission sheet down below. Just follow along the guide there. If you want me to do a piece of art for you, whether it's Vampire the Masquerade, Dungeons and Dragons, I just really like making characters that really like hit you where it needs to be, like really just shows off your character in the best light. And just those big character moments really mean a lot. So I would love to work on your D&D. I've done so many D&D characters, so like it's really something I love and passionate about. Otherwise, I can do Vampire the Masquerade, like you see here, or just any other characters that you like. Invincible, Batman is my favorite comic book hero. Chainsaw Man, I also love anime and manga. That's where I got started. So anything like that, just go ahead and check out the commission sheet down below. If you don't understand it, you can also just send me an email or a message on Instagram. Those are where I'm most active. If you do, just make sure to include a little bit of information about yourself and, like what you're looking for or something that you like about my art. That way it feels a little bit less like a bot, because bots are very active on all of these sites, and I don't know how to like discern which one's real or not. So just a little bit of a detail just to make sure you're not, I don't know, trying to get me hooked on some new merch product, or want me to do an ad for engagement or visibility. I forgot what the term is whenever you just do things for free for people. Anyways, if all that's being said, if you don't want to go through the trouble of doing commission, I do also have a PayPal link down below if you just want to make a quick one-time donation. Just any little bit you can give really makes me feel like I'm appreciated and like my time is being like people enjoy seeing my art. Like it's I'll do this either way, whether or not I get paid, but I really do want to like make steps to like eventually reach that point where I'm really able to just do art and work on art for other people and not have to like sacrifice everything to be like art for a corporation or a company. So it's always my hobby, but I would love to eventually do this full time and not have to work anywhere, just like I think everybody does. But again, I'd really appreciate just whatever you can do. Just like, follow, whether you're spending like a few seconds with me or you're sitting with me through the entire stream. I really appreciate it. I think that's going to be everything. Yeah, that should be all the little things I need to get out there. Thank you again. I'll be here in 2 weeks from now, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be finishing up, doing some more in the background. I'll get things cleaned up on the back end of things, so things are a little bit more clean and ready, and I don't have to do it all on stream where I'm just organizing layers. But anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Bye.